Damn. Oh no. What's going on, everybody?
Hola, fellow peeps. Welcome to Anime Eat.
The channel where we give you freshly served reactions. My name is Randra, your video editor here.
And my name is Marissa Blue, your ghost.
And
welcome all the newbies to the
Anime Eats. Goddamn, where my chain? Gang, you see the chain? Gang. And for the rest of y'all, welcome back. Welcome back to Anime Eats, where we watch and react to nothing but anime. Right now we're watching. It's pretty interesting.
I really thought you were about to say the wrong. You caught yourself.
Right now we're watching, reacting, discussing Dr. Stone.
I thought you were going to say Dr. Stoning.
What's wrong with this girl, bro? She been on
We will be posting our discussion analysis here on YouTube.
Yes.
We'll provide the link to Patreon down below that has our full reaction.
It will just take you straight
yes,
there.
It will take you straight there. If you want to see our reaction to the actual episode, then you can just hop on back here. Just switch tabs real quick to watch our discussion and analysis of the episode. We're doing that because we've encountered a ton of copyright strikes.
Yes.
So if you're new here, then welcome again. Just know that we have to do this method because we tried everything under the sun and we just keep getting copyright strikes, and we really don't want to lose our channel. So we're doing what we have to for now to protect ourselves and protect you guys, okay?
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button to become an Anime Eats gang today. Without further ado, let's get this video started. In 3, 2, 1. Good disclaimer.
I love it already.
I love it even more already.
I love it even more or already.
More or Yes, you guys are so far correct. You know? Fantasy, like he said at the end, right? What he said, fantasy?
He said, I'm going to be fantasy with science.
With science. I love it. I'm not really a science guy at all, but this motherfucker made me want to pick up some tubes and start mixing some shit together.
I've always found science to be very, very interesting. I was really into biology when I was in school, and then I considered getting into biochemistry when I was going into college because I wanted to be a lab technician. That's what they're called.
Lab technicians.
Lab technicians. So I was interested in all that at one point, and like I've always had a love for it. Just realized it's not my passion. But watching this was so cool because I'm like, oh my gosh, we're getting like a whole mix of like fantasy, what's going on? And this is literally science fiction. Literally.
Yeah. You're
seeing science, biochemistry, all in one. But at the same time, what the heck happened to the world? Like, what is that?
What was that big ass explosion?
Yeah.
Not explosion. It didn't even make a sound. It just came out of nowhere and started hovering over the world and turning humans and birds into stones, but not like mammals.
But what's even weirder is that the bird, remember he was thinking back in his memory, and these girls found a bird that was petrified already. Mm-hmm. So why were there some petrified
birds already?
Things already?
I don't know. And it seems like we only seen dogs and deers. We saw some deers. They didn't turn into stone, but only humans and birds so far, right? Mm-hmm. That's weird. Interesting. And why do they have markings? I don't know. That's cool too. The designs are cool. The character designs are cool.
Now, on top of that, speaking of the characters, I love their personalities so far. We've got the silly brute force bronze of the two, and then we have the super brainiac know-it-all
Cocky. He's cocky.
Yeah, he is. But he's super smart.
Yeah, super smart.
But I like their little things so far.
And they're young. They're high schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Dude, homeboy came out with a beard, boy. He looking masculine as hell.
What's her face better like him back? Because I can't believe that his willpower to stay alive, to stay conscious, was just to like, he did not think once like concerned about himself. He was just concerned about the fact he couldn't tell her how he feels
and if she's alive or not, you know. Mm-hmm. But it seems maybe if, you know, with you, because we saw some stones of humans like already like broken into pieces. I don't think there's nothing for them. I think they're done if you break into pieces. What do you think? Because there was some of them that was into pieces. Like, they were, like, broken into pieces.
They probably died. Like, they probably died underneath the stone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like these two... I mean, first off, what is... I'm guessing it's Dr. Stone. What is his actual name?
Okay.
So, we'll learn names soon. But
yeah, soon we'll.
But his theory is that they must have been more closely exposed to something that released them from the stone sooner than everybody else, since they both ended up in the same area. So that's a good theory, but what I'm wondering is if some of the humans deceased underneath the petrification because maybe they didn't remain conscious.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I know it has been scientifically proven that people who
go into a coma?
No, I'm not even talking about comas. I know nothing about comas. But
I thought I was about to say, my bad.
No, I know nothing about comas.
I know nothing.
What I do know, anyways, is that there has been research done, and if people challenge their brain in different ways on a daily basis, you know, doing certain puzzles, certain mind games, things that your brain are not used to. If you learn something new every day, it keeps your brain younger.
Oh, yeah.
You know, your brain starts shutting down sooner if you literally take it through the same exact mundane routine with absolutely no mental challenges every single day. So it's good to keep it active and keep it going. So I'm wondering if maybe their consciousness has something to do with them remaining alive underneath the petrification. Because I find it hard to believe that all those people stayed alive underneath the stone.
Yeah, because like,
you know,
it just seems like that you have to stay conscious for you to be alive once your body, once the stone dissolve, you know. Mm-hmm. But if you let your mind slip, out of consciousness out of consciousness, it's pretty much you're dead.
It seems like, especially like after the scene where they showed him counting every single day. And then he went, I almost lost consciousness or whatever, and continued on, you know?
Pretty much once your brain is gone, you're
done. Shut down.
Because, like, your heart can stop beating, but if your brain is still active, there's still a possibility of you becoming alive again, you know?
Yeah. So I feel like that has a lot to do with it. There might have been a reason that they, in particular, hatched sooner.
Hatched?
But...
You think you're funny?
But as far as other humans go, they may be alive and taking longer to hatch because of whatever they're not exposed to that these two were exposed to. But as far as staying alive, I think it has a lot to do with their willpower and remaining conscious. And these two had very strong motives. This man was literally determined for thousands of years to show this girl that he loves her. Mm-hmm. Whereas Dr. Stone himself, it was...
counting and
it was literally it was him determined to bring back humanity. So, which is a huge motive.
He was just counting.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, for 3,700 years?
They both were counting for the wrong reasons, or for different reasons. I mean,
that's so goddamn long. And it's so crazy because, like, you know, I was born in 1993. And the world been living way longer than 1993, you know, way before 1993. But it just seemed like once you're born, it just seemed like you just so happened to be on Earth, like, you know, you see what I'm trying to say? Mm-hmm. Where it's probably that's how they feel. They probably feel like, oh shit, I hatched out of the stone. It probably didn't feel that long, to be honest. It probably didn't feel that long.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Because, like, if you can... Well, I'm trying to say, if you can feel 3,700 years go by, oh, my God. I don't...
Right.
That's ridiculous.
And you can't take a nap or anything. You got to keep yourself going mentally.
Yeah.
So.
And that would drive me crazy, though, to be honest. Like, dang.
It's like
knowing the inevitable of you hatching, like when you're gonna hatch, when you're not going, if you are going to hatch, that's
a 3,000-year meditation.
Shit, that was Sleeping Beauty for real. Would love that, boy. Anything else? Wait for the next episode though. Yay, new adventure! We feel like we covered everything. If we didn't, go down to the comment section down below and we can have a discussion there. But please, no spoilers. Until next time, adios.